Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to cover a sovereign citizen traffic stop. Van Balian actually covered another one of this guy's traffic stops, I believe a few months ago. This one's 22 minutes long. That one was, I believe, like 9 or so minutes. This guy's interaction is going to ultimately lead to the chief being called out, or the chief stopping by, and they're going to have a weird conversation. Hopefully you guys stick around to the end. Enjoy the video.
Hello. For the record, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Officer Yaworski, badge number 109.
And for the record, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Officer Eldridge, badge number 112.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, what's your name?
I'm not entitled to give it, and unless I'm being suspected of a crime. If you have RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion, I'm committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a crime. And that's when I've caused loss, injury, or harm to another. That would be a crime.
As you guys know, I'm not exactly one to shy away from a confrontation with a frauditor and or sovereign citizen. Now, I go back and forth with a sovereign citizen in my area about the definition of a crime. Crime is a behavior, either by act or omission, defined by statutory or common law as deserving of punishment or penalty. Okay, although most crimes require the element of intent, certain minor crimes may be committed based on strict liability, even if the defendant had no specific mindset with regard to the criminal action. And then the greatest, for instance, parking violations are crimes that usually do not require a prosecutor to establish intent. That reads to me that parking violations, which aren't exactly the biggest and baddest, of crimes, are indeed crimes. So a parking violation does not cause harm or injury to anyone else, yet is still considered a crime. Therefore, there must be a victim nonsense. It's an absolute fallacy and it probably should just stop being talked about at this point.
I'm not in the capacity of transportation. I'm not a driver. I'm not part of the legal society that you all operate under. With all due respect.
What did you say? What was that?
Whoa, I said with all due respect.
No, that doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to say to me.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just flexing my rights. I know my rights. I know I have the right to travel, and I will stand on my rights at all times. I don't ever waive my rights. And as soon as I ID to you, that's giving you jurisdiction. I will not voluntarily give jurisdiction. Now, under force, threat, and duress, we will deal with it in a higher court later on.
Okay. Okay. So.
And I will have lawsuits against each individual that violates my rights, each one, and then some.
Okay.
So I know this is going to come to a shock to absolutely no one who watches my videos, but that's not how jurisdiction works. Especially not how it works with traffic code and traffic statutes. It's just not how it works.
All right, sir, can I see your driver's license, please?
Again, I am not going to offer up any information that can and will be used against me in the court of law. I'm not going to give you something to hold against me in court.
Okay. Law provides that you do have to identify yourself.
That is if I'm in the act of commerce, sir.
No,
that's
not the case.
Sir, I've been studying this for 4 years, and I know for a fact that it is what.
Sir, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say one time, okay?
Yeah, and why'd you just touch my door? So he just touched my door. He tried opening my door.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was going to try to forcefully.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. I was just leaning on it like this.
No, you pulled on it, tried to open it, and you just admitted, yes, you did.
No,
thank you for that.
I touched it.
You pulled on it.
No,
I seen
sir,
you.
I did that.
It's on camera.
Okay. All right.
The camera don't lie, and you already broke the law yourself.
No, sir, I didn't. So.
You tried opening my door, sir.
No, sir, I did not. No, I'm going to ask you to step out, please.
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Got an ask. All right. Sir, either get out or I will break your window.
Okay, if you now you're threatening to do harm to my property. I suggest you not do that, sir, because I know exactly where this is going, and it's not going good for you at all. But if you're going to break my property,
sir,
I will turn my head so you can do so.
So already this guy's tried to quote a definition of driver from Black's Law Dictionary 2nd edition, which debunks it in Black's Law Dictionary 2nd edition. And then he's tried to threaten lawsuits. But he's such a good guy, he's just going to turn his head and let the officer break his window because he thinks he'll get a lawsuit out of it. When in fact, he will just get tickets and he'll have to pay for his own window.
No, sir.
And I'll allow you to do that.
Sir?
And I'm not going to fight you at all. I'm going to put my, if you break my window and open my door and pull me out, I will gladly go with you, because that is under force, threat, and duress. That's all I need.
Okay.
And you're falling right into it, but I'm trying to give you some advice, you know, and take it or leave it. This is not going to be good. This will go national. You are live right now.
Okay, fantastic.
It will go national and everyone will see it. He has 324 subscribers. This video got 4,589 views, and it came out September 19th. And to my knowledge and in my opinion, the only reason it got that many views is because Van Valiant covered it, and he's got over 100,000 subscribers. So this guy is doing himself no favors, trying to talk up his channel. No one's seeing it outside of our very, very niche market.
Sir, state law does provide that you shall provide your ID. City code says that you shall obey a lawful request from a police officer.
Yeah, sir. What trumps city code? Constitution. So whenever it's unconstitutional, it is invalid.
It is not unconstitutional. I'm not going to argue with you, sir. Please
Yeah,
provide.
it is unconstitutional.
Sir, he's not trying to write you a ticket or anything. He just
Listen to me. Unless I have been suspected of a crime
Yes,
that
sir.
you can articulate.
Yes, sir.
Now, codes are not law. Codes is not a crime. The Supreme Court has ruled on that over and over and over. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to give you. I'm really not.
And I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I'm not either.
So
I'm just telling you.
Please provide your driver's license.
I will go ahead and exercise my Fifth Amendment and remain silent now.
So sovereign citizens always say, oh, the Supreme Court ruled that time and time again. Oh, the Supreme Court has already ruled on that in my favor. But the Supreme Court hasn't. It has ruled in the favor of states can require you to have a driver's license. Bell v. Burson, Dixon v. Love, Reitz v. Mealy, Hendrick v. Maryland, and on and on and on, all say the state can require you to have a driver's license. But sovereign citizens pretend that the Supreme Court never ruled in normal people's favor. I don't know if that's because they want to continue pushing their narrative, if they're just afraid of knowledge. I don't know. They're just going to be 4-year law scholars looking to get to 20 like Chile.
And I will exercise my Fourth Amendment and stay secure in my person.
Okay.
And in my property. So I won't answer any more questions.
Okay. In that particular case, that does not apply to the request for your driver's license on a traffic stop.
Sir, the request for my license on the traffic stop is if I'm in a commercial capacity. I have not. I've done stated.
No, sir. So when you're operating a motor vehicle.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
Okay.
This is not a motor vehicle. This is a personal automobile. This is a legal and lawfully purchased automobile that I legally and lawfully paid for.
Sir,
it's my personal property. Well, do you agree that you said I am operating a motor vehicle? Motor vehicle is a commercial term. This is not a motor vehicle because it's not being used in active commerce.
Okay, sir.
It's not a motor vehicle, and I'm not driving.
Sir, all he's asking for is your driver's license.
Sir, as soon as I do that, I have given you the jurisdiction.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
That I don't plan on doing. You're going to have to literally break my window and arrest me. And when you do that, then I will. You're going to give me a chance to turn my head, or you're going to do some.
No. I tell you what. Driver's license. I'm gonna break your window.
You're going to break my window right now.
Yes. Then you're gonna go to jail.
Okay. So under force, threat, and duress. Under force, threat, and duress. I will show you my license. I will show you my license under force, threat, and duress.
Okay. All right. I mean, you just step out then.
I'm not going to step out though. What? Oh, so you're going to, okay, this is great. This is great. You are in big trouble, buddy.
No, driver's license.
You are in big trouble.
Driver's
You
license.
have no idea how big a trouble you're in. You will not have your job. I promise you.
Driver's license.
That's the least of your worries. Then I'm suing you personally for what you have just done.
Driver's license.
I will present them. You are not taking them. All you have to do is present them. I said I will present them to you. Look. This is amazing.
Sir, I can't read that from in here.
This is amazing right here.
Okay. Sir, open your door, please.
Why would I open my door on a
You need to.
You're pulling me over tags, and look what you're doing. Where is your de-escalation? Was you not trained on de-escalation?
Yes, sir, I was.
You're escalating everything. You tried opening my door. You tried breaking my window.
Yes.
You're trying to force me out of my truck over a tag.
This officer tried to de-escalate for almost 10 minutes before he decided, okay, yep, you need to be out of the vehicle. I'm going to try to break your window. After telling him, hey, XYZ is going to happen, and then I'm going to have to break your window. So I don't know why sovereign citizens have to lie about this just to push a narrative. The officer tried to de-escalate. The officer tried to be nice. Hey, can I get your license? Hey, can I get your license? And this guy just wanted to be a baby. My rights, my rights. He doesn't know his rights. He's an idiot. De-escalation took place for 10 minutes. How long do you want him to try to do it?
Okay, driver's
Are
license, please.
you kidding me?
I'm not going to leave with it. I'm going to stay right with it.
No, that is, look, I don't, the law clearly states I have to present it. We don't ever have to give you anything.
28J2. Here, let me read it.
I just did.
No, I need to be able to read it.
You read it.
Like state of Missouri.
Can I get your supervisor, please?
Sure. Happy to.
Go ahead and get him on a lawsuit too. If he wants to violate my rights.
1093101.
Go ahead and get your chief down here, chief of police. Can you get Rick Walters down here? All right. Did you take an oath to the Constitution?
Sure did.
Why aren't you upholding it? Don't you know that this is a violation of my civil rights?
Is it?
Absolutely. So you took an oath to the Constitution that you're supposed to uphold.
You were supposed to provide.
Sir, I'm sorry, but if you would go do your research real quick.
I did my research, sir.
You have, and it gives you the right to do what you're doing right now. You think you will find out in a higher court. This was not going to be in Scott City.
You do what you do.
I would assume that the Supreme Court is a higher court. Some would even call it the highest court in the land. But apparently sovereign citizens, again, pretend that it's not a thing.
Okay. I can show you case after case after case where you guys are getting.
You do what you do.
Yep. Okay. And I'm really not trying to give you a hard time. I'm being cordial and polite. You guys are
If you would have provided
escalating.
you would already be gone.
Sir, but that's what I'm not going to do. I always stand on my rights.
The sovereign citizen here would like to speak to my supervisor. Well, he wouldn't provide his driver's license, so I was beating his window open. And then now all of a sudden he wanted to show it to me through the window. I want to speak to my supervisor due to the damage. Third and Bell.
112 is zero traffic.
Thanks, sir.
Go ahead with the JT.
Am I detained right now? Am I detained right now?
You asked for our supervisor. Our supervisor.
Am I detained?
Our supervisor on one.
I know, but am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So I'm under custodial arrest?
That's not what he said.
That anytime I'm detained, I'm under custodial arrest.
You want for this?
So I'm arrested. Am I under custodial? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir.
And for what crime?
For failed registry motor vehicle.
Okay, what crime though? I need a RAS of a crime. That's not a crime. So what is your RAS of a crime? What's your reasonable articulable suspicion of committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the middle of committing a crime?
Sir, it failed registry motor vehicle. The license plates don't come back on file. They have a 2022.
This is not a motor vehicle.
Yes, it is. By the state of Missouri definition, it is.
By the Missouri state, and I'm being cordial with you. If you really want to see that, it does say that a motor vehicle is a motor vehicle or a vehicle being used in the act of commerce.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. That's what it says.
While in motor vehicle in the Act of Commerce does also define a motor vehicle. A personal conveyance is also a motor vehicle.
So we don't have the right to travel, is what you're trying to tell me. So
You do, but per the laws of the state of Missouri.
Alright guys, so it's 2:30 in the morning, and I really don't feel like breaking down both parts of what he just said, but I will just for you guys. So, the first part comes to us from Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition. Driver, he wanted to make it about commerce because it says one employed, remember the word employed, to do X, Y, and Z in X, Y, and Z. The definitions after that, in Black's Law Dictionary, debunk that logic and that line of thinking, but they don't care. We're just going to break it down. One employed. The word employ means to put something into use or service. The first part is debunked. There's no commerce needed. As long as you're using it or putting it into service, you are driving. Suck it, sovereign citizen. Second, the right to travel, which I feel like I've talked about a million times this week. The right to travel, this is from Justice Stevens, writing for the majority, found that although the right to travel was not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, the concept was firmly embedded in their jurisprudence. He described 3 components of the right to travel. The right to enter one state and leave another. Solid, I like to travel. 2, the right to be treated as a welcome visitor rather than a hostile stranger. If I go to Ohio, I'm not invading. Treat me nicely. Solid. 3, for those who want to become permanent residents, the right to be treated equally to native-born citizens. Again, solid. At no point does this say that you can hop into your Chevy Silverado, drive around shirtless, and not register your vehicle. So I don't know why he's trying to quote the right to travel. And there you go.
okay, so whenever I'm not an inhabitant in no corporate, state, city, I'm not an inhabitant in any municipal corporation. I've never worked for y'all. I don't have a contract with y'all. I don't plan on contracting anytime at all soon.
Sir,
Ever. I don't have any contracts. So
I'm aware of that, sir.
So that would be the only way that you would have any kind of jurisdiction. Right now you have none. Right now you have no jurisdiction over me whatsoever.
That's not true! So get your facts straight.
And that will be proven in a real court.
Okay.
And I hate to do that. I really would like to work this out right now. And you have officer, discretion. Man, I don't know you. I would go sit down and have a cup of coffee with you, even after you've done what you did to my truck. And I would have a cordial conversation with you. And I will be willing to do that no matter what takes place today. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know you, but I hate this for you because I don't want to do it to you, but I'm going to just because I've got a conviction inside of me. What you're trying to do to me is convict. I've already have a conviction inside of me, man, that is aligned with my morals and my standards and what is right. And dude, I can show you in black and white where this is wrong, what you're doing. It really is, and I don't want to hold you accountable that way. I wish we could work this out on right here. Well, and you respect and you uphold your oath and be one of the few that actually upholds their oath. And there's a lot of them that's doing it now. They're realizing.
Sir, I'm upholding my oath, but sir, if you have an issue with how you're being treated or how this is being
absolutely done, because you're violating my rights like crazy,
then you can speak to my chief of police.
Okay. Hello, sir. First of all, can I get your name and badge number just for the record?
I don't go you in there so I can see you. I want to see your property.
Well, sir, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just like this one so I can see your face.
Okay, here you go. It's down.
All right. Yes, sir. My name's Rick Walter. I'm Spencer.
Yes, sir. Well, nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of good about you, so hopefully.
Okay, here's the deal. You
well,
tags on me, okay?
Sir, I understand that, but
Missouri law says that you have to. Okay.
Well,
And just to make this easier, it's like this way.
no, I feel comfortable with it like this. I'm trying to be cordial and
Yes.
I really am.
Well, here's the deal.
I've already had my window hit with a flashlight 10 times.
Listen to me. If you have an issue with the officer or anything, you can go to SIC, you can go to police station, you can you can sign a complaint or not, whatever you want to sign.
Yes, sir. I'm aware of that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware of the complaint system.
Okay, and then we'll do the process.
Well, I hope it don't have to go that far. Really, I hope that you guys honor your oath to the Constitution and uphold them, because this is over a tag that I got my window hit. You know, the de-escalation. Oh my gosh, it don't exist here. There was no de-escalation. It was always an escalated. And I'm like being as calm as I can be, and I'm just standing on my rights. I choose not to waive my rights, and that can never be turned into a crime. So I'm good where I'm at, and I just don't want these guys. They're young. I don't want them to have to drag them through the whole process. But I will, because I'm standing on my rights, and I know them very well.
He said standing on his rights can never be turned into a crime. Well, that's not what's being turned into crime. Him not registering his vehicle and then not wanting to give over his ID. That's what's causing him the issue. Nothing about his rights, simply him being ignorant of the law. Second, oh, they're young, I don't want to drag them through the lawsuit system, but I will. Okay, we went over the sovereign citizen who was sitting in his car going over federal court paperwork. You will get laughed out of court. If you file a lawsuit, yes, they tried to break my window when I refused to hand over my ID at a traffic stop because I didn't register my vehicle. You will get laughed out of court. I will laugh, you will laugh, everyone will laugh. It'll be a great time.
You know, I'm not in the operation of trafficking or, you know, any kind of commercial capacity at all. I'm trying to get to work.
Okay.
You know,
You don't have to tell me who you work at.
I work for a gentleman. I don't work. Yep.
So you're just on your way to.
Yeah, I just help. I do odds and ends and jobs, and I mow a lot, you know, and I'm from here, you know, but I'm tired of seeing America go down the hill the way it's going, and we're being overran by the tyrannical governments, you know, and it's sad.
2023 America is not World War II Germany. 2023 America is not Russia, China, Venezuela 2023. They are not the same. So I don't know why sovereign citizens keep pulling out of their ass, oh, the tyrannical government, the tyrannical government. My examples in 2023 America are the furthest thing from the same. Stop saying it.
So here's the deal.
I hate that. Here's the deal. Gosh darn it. Here's the deal. Huh?
Is your truck running?
No, I just got the key forward.
I was gonna say if it's running better now. No, here's the deal. If he's going to cite you for whatever the violation, then you can talk
Sir,
to the judge.
I'd rather avoid all that, because I'm not a part of this. You know, with all due respect, I'm not a part of your municipal corporation.
Here's the thing: you're on. These are municipal streets. These are city.
Okay, these are our streets, sir. We paid for these streets, right, and you work for us. Okay, you guys are public servants. You work for us. These are our streets. Now, why would the people tax themselves for what we have paid for? We would never do that. Just like personal property tax.
Just like this road. Look how smooth it is. You know, they just laid out.
I understand that, but
you know how that happened.
It is not. Yeah. So revenue. So
exactly.
Well,
exactly.
That's bad. Whenever you guys put your oath.
You have to have a license, because that's where you also get money from the license.
Well, sir, the Supreme Court has ruled that you don't have to.
That's not up to. That's not.
The Supreme Court has ruled. I have already discovered it.
All right.
So he says the Supreme Court, I'm assuming he was saying, said you don't need a license, even though I rattled off 4 cases earlier that stated, yes, the state can require you to have a license. So I don't know how he found something that doesn't exist.
Well, I'm sorry. That you discovered whatever.
Whatever. I discovered truth. I go after truth. I love truth.
So what he's going to do is, if he's going to cite you for this, because
he's got officer discretion, correct?
We're in Missouri. We obey the laws of Missouri. We're in the
and I do.
Scott City. We have to obey the laws
Sir,
of Scott City.
I'm all for rule of law. I am all for rule of law, but I'm all for due process of law. And whenever you guys decide to take a flashlight and try to break my window and try to forcibly open my door, over a tag. Due process, you guys threw it out the window. They made that choice to throw due process out, and now there's a due process problem here.
And again,
I'm all for the rule of law. As long as due process is being followed, yeah. I'm all with it. I will 100% be right behind you.
Right.
Always.
Right.
But whenever due process goes out the window, that scares me.
Well,
and we all should be scared. I am literally scared for my life right now for this man.
And I don't know why.
Because he took his flashlight and beat my window, and I was being just as cordial as I am right now with you. And I'm like, oh my God, don't do this, sir. You're doing it to yourself.
What he's describing is someone saying, I'm not resisting, when you're trying to pull them out of the vehicle and they're just sitting there like this. That's what's happening. So yes, you can be, I'm talking as nice as peaches and I'm very cordial. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's how you get your window broken and pulled out of your car.
Anyway, we're you can argue this in court, or you can however you want to do it. That is.
Am I under arrest
right now?
Am I under arrest?
I think you're. Okay. He's just giving you a citation. That's it.
But am I being detained?
Well, you were pulled over.
Am I being detained though?
You wanted to see me, so you were waiting on me.
Okay, so now am I still detained?
He's going to give you your citation for your tags, and then.
Sir, I don't accept that kind of contracts. See, that's a contract.
Yeah.
I don't accept it.
Okay.
So he just littered.
And then, and by all means, if you got.
I got to file. He just literally littered in my vehicle and my property.
Well, he gave it to you.
Can he please take it back?
No. So anyway, you can argue the court, okay?
Mr. Rick, come here, please.
No, not if you're going to give me that back. We can deal with this through the proper channels, okay?
Yeah, but it's gonna. This is not the proper channel down here. This is a court. This is a court of no record.
Okay, well that's entirely up to you. Okay.
And that court has no power to fine nor imprison, but they do it anyway. See, that's what we're standing against.
That's your take on it, okay?
That's the definition by verbatim.
Again,
it's verbatim. It's an inferior. It's actually a court of no record is an inferior court without the power to fine nor imprison.
They've got stuff to do. I got stuff to do, and you've got a guy waiting on you to go to work, right?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So you can
Thank you, Mr. Walters.
You have the same.
All right.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, we're finally done. He tried to do the whole Tony Stark, I don't like to be handed things thing. Yes, you received a ticket because you didn't have your registration or you didn't have your tags. Whatever, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't really care at this point. You can't just say, oh, I don't want to touch the ticket, therefore I don't have to go to court. Therefore I can skirt all responsibility. City courts are a thing. State courts are a thing. Federal courts are a thing. The sooner you realize that and come down from Fantasyland, the better your life will be. It's funny how sovereign citizens' lives are almost always shitty, but then magically the moment they go, oh man, my common sense turned back on. What am I doing? Their lives always improve. Sovereign citizens need to stop. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's almost 30 minutes long. Again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to bed now. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day. Peace.